Hello there all you magnificent people, and welcome back to another episode of An Ecologist Plays, where we are back in Empires of the Undergrowth. Now, I know I did say we're going to do Green Health Day, but unfortunately, as per the post yesterday, due to a variety of factors, I will be doing two Empires of the Undergrowth videos this week. So let's actually jump right into our little colony. And I love the artwork here, it's just absolutely beautiful. Let's jump into Formica Ecologica right over there. Alrighty, this is, of course, where we have a whole bunch. That's why we've got a whole bunch of black ants over there. We've got a few ereptor workers over here, and we have got a chamber ready for our next ants, which will be the Formica rufas, the wood ants. So let's jump right into Rising Tide. Again, we're going to play it on medium difficulty. And let's jump right in, shall we? Of course, rapid fire. I love the rapid fire. Yes, I did say we may be doing the mortar with this run, but I think rapid fire is just absolutely amazing. So let's jump into rapid fire here. Oh, again, beautiful, beautiful artwork. Oh, wow, just really amazing. Of course, jumping right in, I did say I was going to point out any Easter eggs I observed. And well, here we have a female Formica rufa ant, and we've got two, looks like two normal workers to Formica rufa workers. That also does look like a Formica rufa worker. But notice here, we have got a dead black ant queen. We have a Formica fusca queen.
This Formica rufa wood ant queen has laid her first brood in a burrow near the sea. Her nest is just on the outskirts of the beach, the perfect vantage point for scavenging hapless morsels washed in by the tide. At the moment, the tide is out. But it won't stay that way. The ants must make haste and stockpile what they can, while they can.
Very often what will happen, if there is a Formica fusca colony in an area and the Formica rufa here, the wood ants want to establish a colony, they will actually take over one of these nests. The queen, before this actually happened, or before this mission starts, the story starts, we had the queen barging through this area, or somewhere along this entrance, gaining entrance into the nest, killed the Formica fusca queen, and now took her place. The Formica fusca workers that were still around, they would have served this queen until the point where they die. Okay, we're actually just going to excavate another little chamber over here. I think we're going to put some workers in here, so that they can also help out around the nest. Okay, next order of business is actually getting a bit of food so that we can get some soldiers also going. Okay, we're just going to plop down two soldiers over here. Then there really isn't much for us to do. We can actually dig down here, and I think that is what we are going to be doing then. Just don't want to dig too deep and greedily yet. Okay, it seems we do have our soldiers, so now we can dig down, because I want to actually get to the food that is down here. And there we go, there is a devil's coach horse beetle again, the larva, and unfortunately it is quite strong, but I think we have got the superior numbers. Yeah, we should be able to at least take this one down. Yes, we are. Oh, that is marvelous. Now, of course, the wood ants here, they will be feeding on a variety of things, including seeds, including eggs, including the little invertebrates that they can catch. And we have got a bounty on our hands right over here. This should enable us to actually plop down a few more soldier ants. We're just going to put two more melee, and then we're going to go for the ranged after that. And we're going to put the rapid fire ranged ants right over here, ranged wood ants right at the back here. Now that we also have a few more ants, what we can do is we can actually dig out, excavate to this. And once we have all the food over here and got a few more rapid fire ranged wood ants, we can actually head out onto the beach. I think then we are moderately okay. Time to excavate, and come on, little ones. There we go. Oh, it's a bunch of ants. So notice here, what we have, those are dusky ants. Those are the remnants of the previous colony, the dusky ant colony over here. And we've got a whole bunch of dusky ant eggs. So in this is still the old nest. And this is some of the last remnant of that dusky ant nest that the Formica rufas over here have taken over. But we're just going to try and take out these ants. We're doing alright, almost gotten rid of them. And then there are a lot of eggs that we can quickly pick up, and those are of course going to be very, very nutritious. And as I've mentioned, Formica rufas, they really are not very picky eaters. They will eat whatever they can, including other ant eggs, whatever they can get their hands on, or their little mandibles on, basically.
The tide is coming in. Soon the lower levels of the beach will be flooded. Any ants caught in the surge will be washed out to sea.
Alright, so of course this is a bit of a rush against time. We are now going to rush outside to get a bunch of food. as soon as we have actually collected some more food here and plopped down, I think, one more brood chamber, if we can afford it. Marvelous, let's start digging out, shall we? When nighttime comes, we are probably going to come and excavate some of these sections over here. For now, the beach awaits. There we go. Let's grab some food, shall we? The Formica fusca occurs in relatively small colonies, and an average of 3 queens per nest. The Formica rufas over here are far more numerous, and they will form massive, massive mounds. So, we are technically playing now as a more abundant species, or a more numerous species, at least per colony. There's a bunch of food right over here. We're not going to fight, we're just going to grab and run, grab and run. That is what we're going to be doing. Of course, when we are attacked by one, we are going to try and defend ourselves. But we're just going to grab the food as quickly as we can and run away with it. Actually, we can plop down a few more tiles. There we go. We're aiming, I think, for a ratio of 2 ranged per melee ant. You guys quickly grab some food right over here. Oh, tiger beetle, tiger beetle. I'm not sure whether we will be able to actually take out one of these tiger beetles. Maybe one of the smaller ones, but I don't think we'll be able to take out one of the large ones.
The tide is in, and soon night will fall. As the temperature drops outside, nocturnal creatures begin to awaken. It would be wise for the rufa colony to stay.
Oh, and we're going to find out now. Come on, guys. Okay.
Remains hidden until the morning.
Defend yourselves. Defend yourselves. Get on their back. Now, of course, the Formica. Oh, okay. Oh, we really can't. Okay. No. Run back. Run back. Run back. Come on, guys. We cannot take out the. Yeah, we didn't even make a dent in that tiger beetle. Oh my goodness. Okay. Good to know. We need greater strength.
Nocturnal hermit crabs rule over the sands at night. These creatures are typically scavengers, searching for algae and carrion on the beach. But due to the unusual incursion of Formica rufa colonies into this area, this particular community of crabs has developed a taste for ant flesh.
So yeah, very opportunistic, these crabs we have on the beach here. These hermit crabs, and I think one has found a nest.
A hermit crab has found its way into the nest.
Right.
The ants must mount a swift and decisive defense.
So there we go. Of course, now using our mandibles to nip at the flesh there of the hermit crab. Wherever there's a bit of a weakness there, a chink in the armor, so to speak, they will be biting there, and then the formic acid being sprayed by the wood ants to try and immobilize this hermit crab right over here. So the Formica rufas over here, like the Formica fuscas, don't have stingers, so they can't sting their predators. However, they can spray formic acid. So that is their main defense mechanism. And of course, here we've got a few more devil's coatrals, beetles, and a lot of food.
The larvae must be protected.
Yeah, there we go. 1 down and 2 down. Brilliant. And then I think we'll excavate to the back here.
A group of hermit crabs have stormed the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Okay. Oh, there they go. Well, there's actually now food stores rather than our larvae, but here they come. 2 more coming in. Luckily, with the larger number of ants we do now have at our disposal, they should be alright. Yeah, we should be able to take care of them. Not too challenging. But the hermit crabs here, of course, they look like they have actually obtained some snail shells over here that they are using as their main armor, their armor on over their bodies here. Of course, they have got the exoskeleton, but as a bit of extra defense, they will be equipping other shells of shelled snails, for example, as well. If they now grow too large for these shells, they will have to go and find another shell. They will walk around on the beach or in their pools or wherever they are, and then when they find a shell that is now the correct size, they very, very quickly slip into something more comfortable, shall we say. Very, very quickly slip into something like a larger shell that provides better protection. And here we go, 3 devil's coach horse beetles. They shouldn't really be a match for us. 1 is down, and 2 is down, and 3 is down. That's brilliant. Alright, and this now means we've got these areas to come to. Oh, but hermit crabs. 3 of them this time around. Luckily, I do believe we have the numbers. We really, really have the numbers now. All the little rufas are coming in here. All the Formica rufas. So what you can see there also is that one hermit crab had actually retreated into its shell. Whenever too much damage is done to them, they will retreat into the shell. In that case, they will heal, actually. But that is, of course, what you will see with hermit crabs in real life as well. Whenever they feel threatened, they will pull back into the shell, and they will use their one claw to close up the shell. Now, these little snails, when they were alive, they would have had what we call an operculum. An operculum is a lid, basically like a little door that they will have on their body. And when they actually pull their body into their shell, they close that opening to their shell with the operculum. Now, the crabs don't have an operculum, so they've got to make do with what they do have, which is a relatively big claw, and they can actually shut their shell with that bigger claw, which is brilliant. Make do with what you have. And again, we've got a few more dusky ants, the remnants of the previous colony, and we've got a whole bunch of ant eggs to use, to eat over here, to consume right over here. So we're just going to quickly pick those up and head on back. Now, when daytime comes around again, we should be able to actually take out the tiger beetles. This time around, I think we are ready. We are going to upgrade our ants, so they are nice and strong as well. But the name of the game now is get the numbers, get the strength, so that we can take some revenge on the tiger beetles. And basically just, I think this may be a bad idea. There is something big. Oh no, okay, we're fine. Some more remnants of the dusky ant colony. Basically, we want nice, strong ants. Oh, there we go.
A new day dawns. The hunters of the night return to the safety of the shadows, and the ants can begin to lay down new trails. The harvest must go on.
Yes, it must. Alright, now we're going to go straight down to the bottom of the beach here.
Sardine has been washed up on the beach. This feast is too precious to pass up, but the smell will soon attract other scavengers. The ants will need to amass in great numbers to defend such a prize.
Yeah, let's actually go down here. So sardine has washed up. That's
there are
great.
Other ants out here. They have also come to take advantage of the buffet provided by the sea. Territorial disputes will invariably favor the colony with the greater numbers.
And the larger ants. So we are going to start upgrading some of our ants so that they are nice and mean and lean, mean fighting machines. But in the meantime, we are scurrying down to the bottom here because as soon as the tide rises again, we will not have access to any of the food down here. So we're trying to grab as much as we can and then head on higher up the beach. Thus far, we don't have a tiger beetle running around here, so this is a safe environment for us. And I think we have now just got the one last bunch of food right at the bottom here. Now what we have here, a whole bunch of limpet shells. So we are somewhere along a rocky shore. We do also have a scallop shell over there, but these appear to be limpet shells. And limpet shells, limpets you'll find grow on rocky shores. But limpets, they will be on the rocks, and whenever they feel threatened, they actually clamp down onto the rocks. And I mentioned limpets with the previous episodes with the wood lice, the little crustaceans that will be clamping down, or some of them at least will be clamping down if they feel threatened. Well, the limpets will also do that, and limpets will stay on the rock by secreting a little bit of mucus. Not a lot, they will secrete more when they actually want to move from point A to point B, but when they're just sitting on the rocks, they will secrete a little bit of mucus. And this is to some extent like a bit of water between two panes of glass, where it's very difficult to then pull the one pane of glass off the other glass pane. So the only way you can actually get a limpet off the rock is by bumping them from the sides. They are very, very good at fastening themselves to the rock. Let's put it that way. That's actually what I'm talking about. They're very, very well attached to the rocks. Okay, but here we go. We've got our little ants making their way down to the beach. The ants they're having a nice little beach day. We're just going to plop down some more Malay wood ants, and then we're going to start upgrading. I think let's get the wood ants that are right in the skirmish there, right in the enemy's faces. We'll get those ones upgraded first, because they have to hold the line for the ranged wood ants to actually spray their formic acid at the opponents. Okay, so we've got larger numbers coming in. Once we have a lot, we can actually move on. There we go. We can get rid of that wood ant, and we can actually steal the food from this colony right over there. And then after we've done this bunch of food, we'll actually start working on that sardine at the bottom there. Okay, yeah, we're still a little bit of territorial, intra-specific competition between the wood ants over here. But I think, oh, there's a larger one right over there, but maybe we are still able to, let's actually pull back. We don't care too much about those two foods over there. We're actually going to come down here. There is a tiger beetle right over there. Let's gather our strength Everybody is coming. We are going to quickly take the fight to the tiger beetles. Of course, tiger beetles, really amazing creatures. Very, very fast. In fact, for their size, they run faster than cheetahs, which is amazing. I mean, look at that little guy go. Okay, everybody, listen, you know, the danger is right up here. But the tiger beetles, they run so fast, their brain can't actually process what they are seeing. And so they need to stop every now and again just to let their brain focus once more on, you know, what they are seeing. So process their eyesight. Okay, now we can start working on the sardine as well. We could technically just say run. Just avoid, don't fight, but we do want to maintain the territorial superiority, if I can put it that way. So we're just going to tell them to fight, kill all these little guys, and then grab the food and run. Okay, there we go. Food is going to the colony. Okay, tide is going to rise once more. Now that we have our numbers here gathering, we can actually push ahead again. Make our way down to the sardine. Because we're going to kill any of the other Formica, rufa ants that we encounter. Like that poor little guy right over there. And that one over there. And that one over there. Competition between colonies of the same species, very often very fierce. There really is very fierce intra-specific competition. And in some species of ants and termites, you will find that this really results in them spacing themselves out across the landscape. And that forms this regular spacing of nests or colonies across the landscape. Yeah, the tide has now risen once more. And, oh, okay, we should perhaps just gather our numbers here and actually tell them, listen guys, attack the wood ants once more, defend yourselves. I think it's time for us to upgrade our rapid fire wood ants over here as well. And now we're just going to quickly get rid of this tiger beetle up here. Of course, vicious jaws, the tiger beetle. I love seeing tiger beetles like this guy over here. They will, of course, use their massive jaws to inflict quite a bit of damage and grab any invertebrate unfortunate enough to be in their area. Ooh, tide is almost here. Tide is almost here.
The sands east of the nest are about to be completely flooded.
Okay, guys, we are going to now grab and run. Okay, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Hopefully, most of us will actually make it. I think all of our little ants made it. Great stuff. So once more, we're going to just quickly attack the tiger beetle over here.
The sands tonight. Arctosa parita, the sand bear wolf spider. In the day, these spiders retreat to the shade provided by larger plants on the edge of the beach. But once the sun has gone, they are far more active and on the hunt for a midnight feast.
Let's just get rid of this tiger beetle as well. Strength in numbers. Once we have a lot of ants, we can take on a lot larger enemies. Of course, biting at the eyes, biting at any vulnerable bit you can find. And now, grab the food and let's head back to the colony.
The tiger beetle has been defeated. There are many more of them, but this is a milestone moment for the colony.
Yes.
They cannot be bullied by sheer size alone.
No. We have got the numbers.
A wolf spider has found the nest entrance.
Oh no.
She is only small, but her venom will quickly incapacitate any ant that tries to fight alone.
Come on guys, we've got to get rid of that wolf spider over there. Luckily, most of our ants are back in the nest. Hehe. Now of course it is time for us to actually be here once more. And what we're going to do, I think, is actually set up our Malay soldiers right over here so they can hold the fort. While we start excavating a little bit more. Should be 2 more Devil's Coach Horse beetles. Oh, it's 2 ants. Okay, that means, of course, we've got some more ant eggs as well.
Predators are loose in the nest.
Yes, well, there we go. Perfect.
Must be protected.
And then we are just going to go and see what is down here as well.
Another wolf spider has entered the nest. This one is large, fast, and voracious.
So far, we don't have anyone with babies. Of course, wolf spiders, the females, will carry the egg case under her body. And when the eggs have hatched, the young ones will actually be on the mother's back, will be carried on the mother's back. They've got, surprisingly, well, for spiders at least, they have got some parental care of the offspring, which is really amazing. I absolutely adore wolf spiders. They are amazing little arachnids. Let's plop down another ranged wood ant, and let's dig out this section over here. Ah, there we go, a big Devil's Coach Horse beetle. So of course this now being an adult type of rove beetle, but it is no match for us. we can. And here we go. We've got another queen, another dead black ant queen or dusky ant queen over here, Formica fusca. So remember, on average, Formica fuscas have 3 queens. We've got one over here that is being eaten now. There was a dead queen right over here. That means there could be another dead queen, perhaps somewhere in this nest. We're going to go and explore and see if we can find that. Maybe over there, or maybe over here. So one of these 3 points, I think, is going to be another dead queen. We're going to dig out everything we possibly can. Wolf spiders, really, really fast. Excellent vision. I mean, if they get into the nest like this, there's no real stopping them. There we go. More of the Devil's Coach Horse beetles. Now the advantage is that we've got our ranged... There we go, our ranged wood ants. They can very, very easily... And there we go, we've got another dead queen right over here as well. The ranged wood ants can very easily dispose of the rove beetles, or in this case, the Devil's Coach Horse beetle, which is a type of rove beetle. The Malay ones, when those rove beetles do that chemical spray, they don't do too well. They will stop attacking, they kind of just wander hither and thither, and they don't really focus on attacking the enemy. But with the ranged wood ants, they can very easily still continue attacking, which is really great. Really, really great. Okay, let's dig up whatever is up here. That does look like quite a nice bunch of food. We're not venturing out at night. At night, we are digging in the nest. That's what we're doing. I think this is a bunch of... yeah, there we go. A whole bunch of Devil's Coach Horse beetles. 3 of them to be precise. And, oh, unfortunately, they have managed to get right up to my wood ant soldiers. But we have killed 2 of them already. And there's that offensive spray from the 2 glands there at the backside there. But that's alright. We have killed all of them. And these are little sand hoppers. Look like little Talorchestia, if we actually zoom in on them. There we go. Yeah, you can see they kind of resemble those little woodlice we saw previously, but very, very different. They've got more of a bendy body. They also are able to jump quite far. They're also known as sand fleas because they jump like fleas, but they're not related to fleas at all. Fleas are completely different group. They are insects. These guys are crustaceans, so they're more closely related to crabs and things like that than they are to fleas and other insects. Okay, they also have more than 6 legs, and more than 3 pairs of legs. As you can see, they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've got a bunch of legs. So yeah, they're like woodlice of the ocean in essence. And now they're going to be food, like the woodlice we had on land. Of course, with the tides here, they couldn't do it 100% in terms of the tides. In just over more than a 24-hour cycle, you would actually have 2 high tides and 2 low tides. You wouldn't have the tide always rising during the day and always falling at night. You would actually have 2 high tides and 2 low tides per day. We're just going to set them so they do not collect food yet. We just want them to head on over to that first site. And now you guys can pick up food as you find it, thank you. And now our stronger wood ant ranged ones can very easily get rid of any of the other ants they encounter. Very useful to upgrade your ants, and we are actually going to continue doing that. I think we've upgraded quite a bit here. But we're also going to go for greater numbers. That's also what we're going to be doing. You know what, I just realized I didn't have my wood ant, my Malay wood ants actually in this group. They were just kind of still chilling by the nest. That's not very smart of me. Okay, now we've got the numbers. Now we're going out really in full force. Grabbing all the food we possibly can. We're clearing the beach from the bottom up, so we can actually ensure that we grab all the food we possibly can. Look at them go. Such a nice little horde. Now the bottom layer, there were no predators around, but here we do have some predators, so we're going to have to just quickly take out the tiger beetles, which really shouldn't be a problem anymore. That should be nice and quick. There we go, that's one down, and there should be another one down here that we can also grab. There we go. And voila, nice and easy. So here we are basically pushing the other rufas off their normal hunting grounds or feeding grounds. We've got the superior numbers, we've got the superior strength. They really stand no chance whatsoever. We are just coming in, we are bullying them to some extent. Now, I would say this is kleptoparasitism, but it isn't kleptoparasitism. Kleptoparasitism is when you steal food that other individuals had already collected. And, well, in this case, the other rufas have not yet collected the food. It's still lying on the surface. This is still up for grabs. So there are two types of competition, and in this case we, to some extent, actually observe both. Scramble competition is what we call a first-come, first-served basis, which is whoever gets the food first gets to keep it. But weaker individuals may just happen to be close to the food when the food is available. So it's a very ineffective way. It's not that the strongest individual or strongest colony actually gets the food. The weaker ones could just be closer to the food. And to some extent we do see a lot of scramble competition here, but we also do see interference competition. We see that our soldiers are also attacking the other Formicas, and they are trying to establish their foothold in this area over here so that we gain access to the food. So that is what we call interference competition, where the strongest individuals will have access to the food because they are maintaining a territory, or they are actively interfering with the other species or individuals when it comes to the food. So we've got a nice mixture here of scramble and interference competition. It does seem like these other ones have got the mortar, so they're doing more damage per splash there of formic acid, but they don't have the rapid fire abilities that we do. And here we go, another big tiger beetle. Actually, it's the second big tiger beetle we are taking out here. But it is also dead. Okay, let's grab food and run. That's what we're going to do now. Oh, the tide is almost at its top. We just lost a little bit of food. We did not gain access to this bunch of food over there. That is perfectly fine. And oh, we lost 2 individuals there. Rest in peace, little ones. We're just going to grab a bit more food here while we can. And then we're heading back underground. Alrighty, let's get our Malay wood ant soldiers right back here in the entrance, where they can hopefully defend against whatever is coming in. Like those wood... Oh, there's wolf spiders right over there.
Spider has found the nest.
Ah. You see, that's why we are here. But, yeah, that is perfectly fine. Oh, there are a bunch of big ones over here. Very, very quick. Of course, they can very easily make a nice little snack out of our ones, out of our ants. But we have the numbers. Let's get ready to dig out the last bunch of whatever is over here. Then we really have dug out everything we possibly could. We're just going to make it nice and wide so that our rapid fire ranged ants really have a place to stand. And fire at whatever is right over there. Inching forward, we make our way to the Devil's Coach Horse Beetle. But it is no match for us. Now we can actually have everyone in one group because we have completely excavated everything at the bottom here. Now we can just go crazy and attack. As a unified front. Of course, our Malay ones holding them in place, and our ranged wood ants spraying formic acid. Really amazingly done. I mean, look at those bodies pulsating to actually eject the formic acid at the enemies there. That is so awesome. Okay, bit of food delivered to the front door there. All we need to do now is survive one more night. We're just going to move all our ants close to the queen so that whatever comes through there we can actually intercept it in this chamber right over here. Oh, look at
A
that.
huge wolf spider has
Oh,
found
with
the colony.
babies.
This one is a mother.
So let's have a look here whether we can actually see the baby. So there's a mother. And she has with her a whole bunch of babies, apparently. Although I can't see the babies now. They were around. They were so quick. I mean, I guess there is one right over there. But wolf spiders, as mentioned, they will be carrying their babies on their backs.
The mother. And her recent
And there are a bunch of little babies over there.
her into the nest. These ants are facing an overwhelming infestation.
Oh, she's dead.
The ants must protect the queen.
I think it's just a matter of time. We just need to get rid of all the little babies. I think there is still a baby over here. There was still a baby wolf spider. I think we've actually managed to do that quite well. Quite easily. Perfect. But I have seen many wolf spiders with their babies on the back. It's quite an awesome sight. But it's not an awesome sight if your cat decides, you know what, this is going to be fun to punch. And then you've got a bunch of baby wolf spiders running around in your house. But yeah, that may or may not have happened to us. But we've basically survived the third night. And now, by this time, our colony is nice and big and strong. We are able to withstand
As
anything.
the ants grow in number, the local predators pose less and less of a danger. Eventually, they will be displaced from this area entirely. Despite the dangers of the beach, it seems this intrepid queen's gamble to establish her colony here has ultimately secured her success.
Really very interesting. We are going to go again for royal jelly. Love going for the royal jelly. And then we are back at the Formicarium.
How is the colony progressing?
The Queen is exhibiting interesting new behaviors. I believe the colony is beginning to adapt.
And now, of course, we're going to have access to the wood ants as well. We can afford to actually buy them. And again, I do love the rapid fire. So I think let's go for the rapid fire here. I can't do the mortar, I'm afraid. Sorry, guys, but we're going to go for rapid fire once more. And I guess let's put them in their chamber, shall we? Well, yes, our little fictional Ereptor colony now has 3 different species in it. We've got the Ereptor ants, we've got the Fuscas over here, and we do now have the Rufas coming in as well. Our first wood ants coming in too as well. In essence, what that mission was showing us there is that when a colony just starts out, predators and intraspecific competition has a much larger impact than later on, when they have far greater numbers. As the colony progresses and more individuals actually establish in an area, they're able to withstand the predators, they're able to withstand any intraspecific and interspecific competition for food, and they can become the dominant life form in the area. But that first establishment phase is when they are most vulnerable. Now, just before we end, a bit of a quick update on what is happening on this side. Well, tomorrow I am off to a dig site. I'm going to go visit an archaeological dig site. So hopefully on Sunday in the live stream, I'll be able to give you guys a bit of an update on what on earth happened there, because we are hopefully going to become a little bit more involved at the university with the archaeological dig site in the area. So I'll tell you a bit more about that hopefully on Sunday. But for now, I think this is a good spot to also end today's episode, so thank you very much for joining us. If you've got any questions, do feel free to pop it in the comments below. And if you haven't yet and you would like to see more videos like this, please do consider subscribing so that you can be notified when new videos also drop. And until next time, everybody, I'll see you all soon. Bye!